And focus your mind to this bell sound and follow the sound, please. And let your body to settle down. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. So, dear Dhamma friends, in the beginning, I will give a little introduction. So, what we're going to do here, because nowadays, when it comes to meditation, people practice different meditation techniques and looking for different results. So, the very important thing when it comes to this tranquility and vipassana meditation, samatha and vipassana meditation, tranquility and insight meditation, in the beginning you have to follow certain method. And then slowly what you have to do, once the mind calm down, once the mind come to one point and relax yourself, when your attention become more sharp and clear, slowly you have to come out of the pattern and start to be completely free yourself, and without any ideas, dogmas, believing or following or holding something in your mind, you have to observe. So what we observe? We observe, there are, in Vipassana level, there are 4 foundations. That 4 foundation, that how you can develop the concentration or your sati sampajanna or your clear comprehension with the 4 mental objects. That's it called 4 foundation for the Vipassana. So the one is we observing Kaya Anupassana. That's mean you observe the body. Kaya Anupassana, according to, following. You're not creating anything. You go with it. That's the meaning of Anupassana. There are some different meanings people explain, but for now, because we're not going to go to academical introduction, so for now, just learn to observe your body as it is. That is one method. And other one is called Vedananupassana. Vedananupassana means contemplating the feelings. And when it comes to contemplating feelings, Anupassana, you follow that, you go according to that without creating or making. So as example, you feel and your shoulder pain. So then Anupassana means without moving your shoulder, without doing anything, without hoping anything, you just observe this sensation. But in case you make it more relaxed and comfortable, and then according to that comfort, and you try to stay with that comfort, observing it, not the Anupassana. It is not the real observation, because that you didn't observe, you didn't accept what really happened there. So like that, Anupassana means you observe according to whatever it is and how it is come to be as it is. So, and the other one is the Chittanupassana. So you observe the condition of the mind and how the thought arising, disappearing, without interfering to your thoughts or without kind of like maintaining thoughts yourself as you wish. Another one is the Dhamma Anupassana means the contemplating the very nature of this, the body. And sometimes you can observe the very nature of this outside environment. And also, but when it comes to your body, without your bodily action, without your uh, bodily postures, without sensation or without thoughts, there are natural process in this body. So as example, aging is a natural process, and digesting system, it is a natural process. So like that, deeply when the mind become more relaxed and calm, there are more different methods that, as you know, we have uh, different system in your blood circular system, nerve system, so respiratory system. So like that, there are different system arise in according to the very own nature. So observing that, so those are the four foundations. So little by little, when you develop that four foundation stronger, your awareness going to become more clear. The clarity going to become more stronger. When your mind have that clarity inside you, what is happening, your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body and mind become very clear. When the eye become clear means your eye consciousness, your ear consciousness, nose consciousness, tongue consciousness, body consciousness, mind consciousness become very clear. When that clarity arises, what is happening, this whatever the perception come to you, whatever the contacts happening, in that very moment recognition arise. So just imagine yourself with your eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, mind, just by contact with this outside, in that very moment, if the awareness arise without thoughts, how about that? So that is where you really can recognize how things come to be as they are. Otherwise, if you use the thoughts to think, or if you use the thoughts to maintain your meditation, it's something else. People do that way, then maybe you can get into tranquility state in a different ways, but it is not what we trying to explain here. We trying to take you to a level, be very clear with that. And this is not a kind of like that the teaching trying to make you uh, a person as the way we want. It is not the teachings trying to make you to get into another religious method. This is not a teaching kind of like trying to make you Buddhist, or this is not the teaching trying to make you kind of like to take you to the monastic lifestyle, or this is not a teaching kind of like to take you to kind of dogmas or the believings. This is a method. That's why you have to be very clear, because nowadays this meditation subject is very complicated. It's getting more complicated. So you have to be very clear with the techniques that we're going to teach here. In the beginning, we use tranquility meditation and some get into tranquility state. For that, you have to follow certain protocols. So then after that, in Vipassana, what it does, it allows you to become free from all the methods, patterns, believings, and it allows your mind to completely function to the highest with the maximum freedom, that according to its own capacity. It's not any thoughts involving with your experience. That is where you experience yourself. What is this? Once you able to have that experience, that if you able to experience something yourself to the highest, you no need any teachings, because that experience itself awake you. That experience itself teach you what this is. There is nothing that somebody else in the as a third party person, or the teaching or the method need to come to you and explain anything. So in the Vipassana level, that is where it is nothing to do with any religion. It is nothing to do with the Buddhism, or it is nothing to do with any kind of methods or the pattern. It's trying to be very clear. It's trying to make you completely, it's trying to make you completely free from all the thought patterns, all the believing. And just anybody can experience it for a moment. It doesn't matter. It's not going to harm to whatever you believe. So you can practice yourself and experience it yourself and see it, because that is what your real life. Otherwise, mostly we are second-hand people. We are someone else ideas. We are someone else believing. So why you want to live as a second-hand person? Why you don't find your original experience, original truth, original real being? So that is where we're trying to go. So with that, so in the beginning, for this, to develop this foundation, we get our mental object as a mental object, our breathing. So we focus to our inhalation, exhalation in front of the nose and upper lip area, not anywhere else. People follow different methods. Just keep that everything for this moment. Just get into in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Or some people may be little bit inside the nostril. They feel inhalation, exhalation. So from there, another thing is the posture sometimes, because we need to recognize the sensation. So sometimes if you become too much forward, bend forward or backward, maybe you cannot get the sensation. Or maybe your head, if it's too low and chin too high, that way also you cannot get this. So then in the beginning, take some time, especially the newcomers, take some time, try to adjust your posture, and little by little yourself try to do a little experiment and recognize, oh, this is the place I feel more clearly my sensation. That stay there. If doesn't work, and then again try yourself. So like that, do little experiment yourself. Be completely free. So that way you experience something. And with that, once you get into the sensation, what you have to do, don't try to hold your breath. Don't try to count yourself. Don't try to maintain inhalation, exhalation. No, just allow it completely happen itself. Just completely be neutral and be aware regarding the sensation. When the inhalation happens, recognize it as an inhalation through the sensation. And when the exhalation happens, recognize it as exhalation through the sensation. So that way, start to follow the sensation. So little by little, you no need to create something in your head. So just follow. That is the first step. And then after that, if you feel more relaxed, comfortable, and if your mind become more sharp, clear, observe the entire continuation of your inhalation, exhalation. Another way, it called breath body. One inhalation or exhalation from beginning to end. Completely you observe. So that way mind become more sharp and settle down. So the third step, some inhalation, exhalation become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Like each and every inhalation, exhalation has a different character. Just try to observe, accept it. So don't try to maintain the inhalation, exhale. Don't try to regulate it. Just accept whatever happen, accept it. And that way, keep observing little by little will take you deep, little bit more deeper. And then sometimes you feel more relaxed, comfortable, joy. So don't go with it. Stay with the inhalation, exhalation. Knowingly, it is okay, but our purpose is not stuck with the experience. And then sometimes your mind start to come with different thoughts, but don't go with the thought, stay with the inhalation, exhalation. Then after that, what you have to do, if you are a little bit familiar, or if you keep doing little by little, maybe in the beginning you cannot do this, but to know yourself, just I explain, and you no need to do exactly the way like this. You are, once you start practice, you free it yourself. So after that, once you come to a certain level, forget about inhalation or exhalation or long or short or that heavy or so just get into only the sensation. It doesn't matter inhalation or exhalation, just get into the sensation and start to observe sensation in that very moment. Don't keep a gap. It's like somebody watching from outside this inhalation. No, just because you slowly get into it, go into it and experience yourself, because the sensation itself and the reflection of your mind. Feelings is not happening from outside. The feelings arise with the help of your inside, and see the connection. And then you will see how these things arising and existing, it's your own very being itself. Once you come to that level, and little by little you will see how to go deeper, and we can discuss in the future if you join with us. So with that introduction, now we're going to do our meditation. So keep relax your body, your right palm on your left, and neck head straight in one line, and be comfortable with your posture. And scan head to toes 3 times yourself and say Supateva, or may I be well and happy. 3 times. Take a moment and think. We gathered here in this moment to practice this ancient meditation technique. All the Buddhas, all the enlightened masters followed this path and achieved wisdom. So we also gathered here to accumulate that knowledge in this moment with this sitting. May my body become more comfortable. May my breath be more smooth. May no difficulties come to me. May all the success come to me. Also think for a moment, this is the last moment we're spending in this very lifetime. Detach your mind from all your past memories and as well as any kind of future thoughts. Just try to remain in the present moment, observing your inhalation, exhalation. So bring your attention to in front of your nose and your upper lip area. Deeply, gently breathe in, breathe out 3 times and find the sensation of your inhalation, exhalation. And now focus your mind to the sensation and stay with the sensation. Allow your inhalation, exhalation to happen as it is. So do nothing extra. When the inhalation happens, recognize this is inhalation. When the exhalation happens, recognize this is exhalation. Let everything to settle down as it is. Don't react to anything. Just bring your fully attention to the sensation of the inhalation, exhalation, your respiration. Just know it is a bodily action. So don't involve in with the mind. No need to think about it. Rising, falling, rising and falling. And follow the entire continuation of the inhalation and exhalation. This is the beginning, this is the middle, this is the end. Just recognize and get a mental note. Don't react to anything. Observe the very nature of the inhalation, exhalation. Can become longer, shorter, heavy, soft, warm, cold. Let go all the methods or the patterns. It doesn't matter inhalation or exhalation, long or short. Just recognize the sensation and observe the very nature of the sensation. It doesn't matter inhalation or exhalation, each and every sensation. In the depth of that sensation, you recognize arising, existing, disappearing. Experience the very nature of the change. And selflessness of that experience. There's nothing will happen to you personally related to yourself. When you really experience the change, the mind itself drop the becoming nature. Once you drop the becoming nature, it come out of collective nature. No desire to become. Once you come out of collective nature, there's nothing to let go. When there's nothing to let go, you become free from thoughts. That means you become free from time and space, name and form. When you become free from time and space and name and form, there's nothing to come against you, no resistance. There's nothing to go against. That is where you become free from anger, hatred, jealousy, envy. And you will experience the clarity, purity of your heart. In that clarity, you can recognize how things come to be as they are. As a human being, that is the highest experience you can have without thoughts. Just perception itself bring the awareness, understanding, clear comprehension, direct perceptions. That is where you become more clear with how things come to be as they are and appear as it is. Bring attention to your body. Observe head to toes, your posture. We cultivate loving kindness and compassion in our heart. So mentally repeat after me. May all living beings in this universe be well and happy. May everyone be happy and safe, and may their hearts be filled with joy. May all living beings live in security and in peace. Beings who are frail or strong, tall or short, big or small, visible or not visible, near or far away, already born or yet to be born. May all of them dwell in perfect tranquility. Let no one do harm to anyone. Let no one put the life of anyone in danger. Let no one out of anger or ill will wish anyone any harm. So expand the loving kindness and compassion beginning from your heart. Visualize yourself and send it as a light forward to your backside, to your left side, and to your right side. Downward and upward. To all 6 directions at once. Like the moon, the sun, spread the light, spread the energy. Let your heart to shine with the loving kindness and compassion from the bottom of it with the maximum effort, without any resistance, without any judgment. Say sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. So, dear Dhamma friends, one time Buddha mentioned there are four kind of peoples in the world. This this information come under the sutta called Valahaka Sutta. So, in the Anguttara Nikaya, the fourth chapter, Valahaka Sutta. In this Valahaka Sutta, it's mentioned very nature of our human mind. So when it comes to life, the very first thing that we have to remember, don't try to understand you personally, because once you trying to understand personally yourself as with your name and with your form, you become more disconnect from the reality. But that's why you should not try to understand you as a person. But if you try to understand you as a human being, your effort become universal. It's not going to become personal, because you are itself universal being. When we say human being, this entire world, all the human being, we can put it to that category. So when the Buddha himself, when he was prince, when he saw the old man, a sick person or dead body, he saw this universal being inside, this suffering, this universal being, human being. This entire humanity he saw through this person. But when you go to the mirror, when you look at the mirror, are you see yourself bound with the name and the form to your own history that collected as who you are? Or is it possible for you to, when you look at the mirror, to see yourself, this universal being inside you? So because for that, when you become a universal being, when you become a human being, that human being not related to the time or the space. But when you just bound to your own name and the form, what will happen? You become very limited. So we are kind of like this name and form is we kind of like the storage for memory. That is our life. We live with the memory. So we trying to go with the memory. But when you cut down the memory and just experience the moment, that experience will take you to a level to understand beyond your personal view. So when it comes to teachings, that especially when the old sutras, so remember, rather than you trying to personalize it, when you able to come out of that personal view and start to experience you are as the universal being, your effort become more successful. So as example, when you go to a doctor, when you go to any kind of treatments, that mostly they in the first level they observe the human body. They not observe you. They follow the protocol according to this human structure. It doesn't matter whatever the name that you carry. There is no that the bed in hospital according to different name or the different categories. When you put that person to that bed, that person going to get cured. There is no like something like that. That all the methods they follow according to the human body and the structure of the human body. So the dharma are the same. But in day-to-day life, what happening, whatever come to us, we don't want to accept it as the condition of the world. We trying to personalize. And because of that, what is happening? We go through pain. We go through difficulties. We go through hard time. But in the beginning, if you are able to change that view and understand, not to take anything personal, that itself release you from the moment and your mind become more clear, and that clarity will help you to go through the situation, not to change the situation. We cannot change anything. Only thing is we can recognize and go through the situations. We have no authority. We have no power to change anything. Don't keep that mindset. We always think we can change. No, rather than change, why you have to change? Another thing, you have to think who you are to change. What is the wisdom you carry yourself to change something? Because we screwed up ourselves, our own life. And then how we can change somebody else? What is the wisdom or what is the power we have? So it's better we understand ourselves rather than making it more personal, making it more strong with the egocentric idea. We come out of it. We understand it as this universal experience. If you're able to come that way, your view going to become a little bit different. So that's why when in day-to-day life you start to understand that yourself, this what you experience. When you become person, make it personal, you become very limited. There's no energy and there's no beauty when it comes to make you personal. But when you come out of the personal, when you become universal, there's enormous freedom and there is enormous vivid and the beauty inside that. So that experience, there's something that you can experience while you are living as a human being. It's just not this life to always suffering, struggling. So even understanding the very nature of suffering give you beauty to your life rather than go with it. So try to remember that you have a journey, that you go this journey and you cannot escape from it. So they make it more beautiful, clear. How you can do that? Don't personalize. Be experience, become as a part of the universe. Be a part of the world. Otherwise, we categorize to different ideas. We never reach to any success with that ideas. We lose our dignity. We lose our freedom. We lose our wisdom when we categorize. Look at the world. When we categorize, when we personalize, oh, this is me. And when you become center, what is happening around that center? And you build up a family. And who is in this world building a family, being just with the family? Who found the happiness? No one. Why? Because later they start to go away. And there is no such a thing that you can hold as even though conventionally we each other respect each other and do our things each other and share our life each other, take care each other. But if you just become centered to your family, it become painful, hard, difficult for you and for others. Why? Because then other people also cannot go anywhere. They lose their freedom because of you, because you so attached to family, and then you not allow anybody to release from you, and then it become hell. So even the society, my village, my country, these all are kind of like, look who won the world, who had the, we have this all the patriotic ideas, you know, that people follow these political parties, leaders, and they have the the believing about the country. This is my land, this is my motherland, this so like that. This is our nation. Like, who won? Where anybody became successful? So you have to think a little bit, because they this all ideas. Okay, people use these things to maintain their life, maintain their powers, maintain their dogmas, maintain whatever they want. They use these ideas. That's it. No one wanna make you completely free yourself. No one wanna make you to think by your own mind. Everybody trying to push you to think according to their mind. That is the game that happening all the time from the history. But what is the beauty of the Buddha? Buddha is the one who went against it. It is just, that is why it is just not the statue we keep, you know, offering flowers, offering candles, or worship world the 3 times a day and say the chanting the name. No, that is not what the really Buddha did. Buddha is the one who broke down these mental dogmas or the ideas and allow and you to be completely free. And that is the best that you can have yourself. But the world don't want to do that. That's why all the law and all the theories, all the culture, all the traditions, even in families, even the political parties, even the leaders, you know, no one, whatever you believe, just think a little bit, because this is where we invest our life. People invest their life, people invest their money, people invest their energy, rather than invest them to recognize yourself. We believing, oh, these things happen, these things will happen. No, it's just ideas. Others like, if you follow their ideas, no, that is the only thing. That the husband wanna follow the wife and the children to his idea. The wife wanna follow for her husband and the children to her idea. And the parents wanna follow the children to their idea. Children wanna follow to parents their ideas. So the leaders wanna follow to this, all the citizens to their ideas. And even the religious leaders or the monks or the priest or whatever, whoever, they want to follow you to their ideas. If you become their devotee, they become happy. In case if you come against their ideas, they get so mad. They get so disappointed. They get so angry. You know? So that's why, because this ideology, these ideas hold us. So then you have to break it slowly. You know, nothing, no need to go against anybody. But it is your right to find your own freedom. That is the Buddha mentioned, to get into your own freedom. Start to experience yourself, your life, without bounding to any ideas. So once you have that experience, there is a way, there is a moment you can do better service to this world. But if you bound to certain ideas, or if you go with someone else's ideas, you become nobody to this world, and that not allow you to come out of the sansara. It will make you more longer this journey. So that's why don't be ignorant yourself, and don't allow others' ideas to make you ignorance. So look deeper and find the inner freedom that will take you to wisdom. So that is why in the Valahaka Sutta, Buddha mentioned explaining our human mind related, giving example, it like clouds. So there are four kind of categories when it comes to clouds. There are clouds, it look like very dark, it look like it going to rain, but it just passed by, no rain. And there are clouds, when you look at and you recognize it is just nothing and no any sign for rain, and it's white and it's just go like that way. And then there is another cloud that it's more dark and thunder, and at the same time when you look at it you see it going to rain, and at the same time it going to rain like that way. So our human mind also like this. There are some people, they talk, they say things, and oh, I will do this, I will do that. It's like the cloud already going to rain. When you look at the cloud, that you think, oh, it's going to rain. So like that, there are some people, they always trying to say things, oh, they're going to do it, they're going to do it. But they never do that. They never do that. Another cloud is that cloud is completely white, no any sign about rain. When you look at it's it's nothing to do with, and then it's just passed by as it is. There are some people like that, and when they live in the society, and they, even though they live a life, and they kind of like a puppet, and they just no meaning for their life, no any beauty in their life. For them, for others, it's just a life. And then another cloud is from far away. You can say it's going to rain. It thunder and dark, cloudy, and at the same way it come and it give the rain. So that's the third person. And some people say things, I will do this, I will do that, and exactly the same way that person do it. So the fourth person is look like very white and no any sign for rain. And but what happens, suddenly it start to rain. No one can recognize this going to happen, but suddenly it happened. So like that, people, there are some people, they don't say anything. They become so silent and stay calm and relaxed. But when they're going to do something, they do. So those are the four categories. And to make it more simple and to understand very clearly these four categories, I will give another example. There are dogs. Four kind of dogs. It's same like clouds and same like people. And one dog bark. It's when that dog sees somebody, and this dog bark and try to run towards that way, but that dog never bite anybody. Just bark, just make big sound, but never bite. So the person say, the one who say, oh, don't worry, it's not going to bite. And another dog, it bark and it run, wild, and at the same time, if it finds somebody or something, it's going to bite. So same like there are some people, when they say things, they're going to do exactly like that. And there is another dog, no any bark, no any sound, just lie down, whatever you give, eat, or whoever pass by, no, nothing, forget about anything, just stay calm. So there are some like that. It's like the white cloud, no rain, no sign, just pass by. And there is another dog. This dog don't bark, don't make any noise. You cannot see that dog is wild, dangerous. It look like very calm, innocent. But this dog suddenly come and catch you or bite. So those are the four categories. Our human nature also the same. It's not different. That's why you have to see it in universal scheme, in a universal diagram. As human being, so there are there are people, sometimes they like the dark cloud come with the thunder, and at the same way they're going to rain. So the people, they say things, they come with the big noise, and before they do something, they tell to everybody, and then they do it. It's very rare. That kind of clouds, very rare, and that kind of people, very rare. Exactly whatever they say, and they do. Another person is, there are clouds, it's completely white, no sign regarding rain, and at the same way it just passed by, no rain. There are a lot of people like that in the world. Most of people like that. They are just live for the day. That's enough for them. They just do some labor and find something, and they forget about all other things. And they don't care whatever happened to others. They just maintain their life. And another person is like the dark cloud, thunder, and it look like it going to rain. Just now going to rain. And you take everything to inside the house. Now you get ready for the rain. But it never going to rain. It never going to drop in any drop of water. So there are people like that. So especially like politicians, when the election come, how they say, oh, we're going to do this, we're going to do, this is the plan, or this is how it's going to be, this is the road we're going to build, or this is what we're going to give. So, but no one giving like that anything. So that's, look, 2600 years ago, how the Buddha mentioned this human condition. So that's why when you see it in a universal diagram, and you understand this. If you personalize yourself, and you miss the point. And other one is the white cloud, and when you look at the sky, it's just a cloud, even you cannot recognize properly, but suddenly it give rain. So there are very rare people, they don't say anything, they don't just want to show off, they don't make a big noise, but they just do their work. So those are the four kind of people in the world. So then look yourself and see what kind of character you carry. And it's like look at the mirror and then just introduce yourself and recognize yourself. And then there are two characters that you have to develop in the beginning to, to, to come out of that other unprofitable characters. What are those two characters? If you say something and start to do it, if you show off something, be with it. It's okay. If you know any skills, if you know how to do, it is okay to say it. Nothing wrong. But at the same time, remember to do it. And don't just show off. Don't just try to keep saying things. If you cannot do it, don't say it. So the other person, when you do something, if you can do it, just do it. What's the point keep saying? So do your best and don't look for any rewards. So try to develop that two profitable characters and try to come out of that other two unprofitable characters. So that way yourself in conventional life, you become more better person, and that development will help you to increase your inner qualities and your spiritual life, your internal that wisdom, and at the same time the clarity will help you to come out of this conventional existence and experience and go to the eternal experience, and from there it will help you to go to your ultimate bliss of liberation or the nibbana. So with that, I bless upon everyone. By the power of this good practice, may all of you be well, happy and peaceful. May no harm come to you, may no difficulties come to you, may no problems come to you. May you also have the patience, courage, understanding, and determination to meet and overcome inevitable difficulties in your life. During this time period, may everyone stay healthy and safe. And finally, may all of you attain supreme bliss of Nibbana. Sabbitiyo vajjantu sabbarogo vinassatu mate bhavattantarayo sukhi digayuko bhava. Ittavata ca ammehi sampadam punya sampadam sabbe deva anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe bhuta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Sabbe satta anumodantu sabba sampatti siddhya. Idamme punya kammang asavakkaya vahang hotu sabba dukkha pamuncatu. Bless you.